Hello everyone, welcome to the Hypergamous Journey. My name is Denise. At this channel we discuss dating advice for women 55 and older. I let you know how my dating experiences are happening, give you updates about them. I also talk about books that resonate with me regarding hypergamy, how to be soft and feminine, and hopefully give people, women in this demographic, encouragement about dating, and using myself as an example in my experiences, provide inspiration and encouragement to you. Today, this is an update about a video that I entitled Mr. Gold Teeth. So I met Mr. Gold Teeth 2 weeks ago now at a Chicago stepping event, and he has been quote courting me, but not really, low-key courting me, meaning he calls a couple of times a day. But we were supposed to go out last Sunday, Memorial weekend, that Sunday. And I had told him earlier that we could, I would get with him and do lunch and then later go visit with my family. It's Memorial weekend, so I wanted to spend some time with him and with my family. Well, he told me in very uncertain terms that he wanted to spend all day with me. And if I couldn't do that, then I should spend that day with my family instead. So I thought that was interesting. I've never had, that I can recall, because I'm 60, I never had a man just like shut it down like that I can recall. Usually men will do what the woman wants, especially this is our first date. So he's been calling me up until that point 2 or 3 times a day, every day. Then he quickly started calling me baby. He asked me what I was looking for. I said I was dating for marriage. So he jumped on that bandwagon about wanting to get to know me. He could get down with marriage, and he didn't say those words, but basically I'm saying that he could get down with marriage. And he did ask me what I did, and I told him I was a secretary at a college. But I asked him what he did, but he could never really pinpoint what he did. So I surmised that he works at an apartment community, and he is the manager of like maintenance, and they have given him an apartment for reduced rent or free to be available on call 6 days a week to do the repairs, and what he can't do then somebody else will do. And he said he lived in this expensive area of outside of Atlanta, past Buckhead. Now, I've been here over 20 years, 25, 30, not 30, quite 30, but maybe 25, 27 years. And that area past Buckhead, Brookhaven, used to be a little sketchy. Now it's very upscale and very unaffordable for me. And most people can't afford to live there. But he lives there. But he can't tell me exactly what he does. Property management, security, and, just trying really to make it more than it really is. He is the custodian on a property, and he gets reduced rent. That's what I gather. So he doesn't really tell me that. But I'm clear that that's hypergamy for me, but I'm hypergamy for him. So now that he knows that I have stability, somebody told me that I have stability, I have an income, I have income coming in, I'm looking pretty good to him. And most of the people that I have discussed on this channel, I'm looking good to them. I'm hypergamy for them, the men, and they're hypergamy for me. And of course, tell you that I like to practice. So I just practice on them. So he told me in uncertain terms that if I wanted to spend time with my family, basically over him, then go ahead and do that. And I said, okay. And that wasn't a thing for me. But that is strategy on his part. That is strategy on his part. Because at this age, he's in his late 50s, 57, 58. He said he got married at 23. He's been single for 34 years. So I imagine he's between 57 and 59, 60. But I'm thinking more like 57, 58. So at this age, a lot of women would have changed their mind about going to visit with their family and say, well, okay, I'll hang out with you. He said he wanted to hang out with me all day. I don't want to hang out with anybody I just met all day. Our attraction, I mean, I liked him when I was dancing with him, but as I've gotten to know him and what he's about, I'm less attracted to him. But even if I was attracted to him, I wouldn't go out on the first date with him and stay all day. He wanted to have a picnic. He wanted to go to the Caribbean festival. That's too much. My makeup would be sliding down my face out in the heat that long. But to tell me that you don't want to go out with me unless I spend all day with you is a strategic maneuver to see how desperate I am. Can he make me change my plans to be with my family over him? And I'm clear it's a first date. There's no need for me to be with him all day on the first date. The other part of the strategy is, aside from, telling me, go be with your friends if you can't be with me in so many words, is to see how, if I'm desperate, if he can get me to change my plans so that I can be with him. I didn't go for that. The second part of the strategy is, if he's love bombing me, that's what it's called today when a man calls you a couple of times a day so that he knows. And this man has the gift of gab. He got plenty game. So he's been calling me every day. And women, we hear a man says one thing and we visualize something else. So if he's calling me he's calling me every day, 2 or 3 times a day, baby this, baby that. Remember that song by Sunshine Anderson? Heard it all before. Baby this, baby that. So he's doing that, baby this and baby that, because now he knows I'm dating for marriage. He knows I have financial stability. I have a job that provides me with regular income. He's assuming, he didn't ask, but he's assuming I live in a home. So if he's calling me every day, 2 and 3 times a day, he is in my mind. He's in my mind. So now, step 2 is to get me to be with him all day. So if we meet at 12, this is if it didn't happen, but this is what I'm thinking. If we meet at 12 noon, 1 o'clock, between 12 and 3, we have our picnic. He said he'll bring everything. So he'll bring the blanket, he'll bring he said we can go get the food. If we gonna go on a picnic, it's your suggestion, you need to go shopping ahead of time. You need to get the food ahead of time. If you want to know what I eat, you can ask me over the phone. I can text it to you. You can go get it. So when we get together, it's already done. We can just go to the park. But see, the thing about the picnic as a first date is that usually you sit on a blanket, on the grass, on the ground. So the defenses physically it's like you're on the ground. You're vulnerable. Physically, you're vulnerable as a woman. You're on the ground. And it's not that I'm saying he's going to do anything. I'm just going with you the psychology of it. Physically, you're on the ground. It creates intimacy that isn't really there. This man has not asked me a thing about my family. He asked me where I grew up. I told him Harlem, in New York City. He doesn't know how many brothers and sisters I have. He doesn't know what's my favorite color. I'm wearing it. He doesn't know what my favorite color is. He knows nothing about me. He hasn't, in all those conversations and love bombing that he's doing, he hasn't asked anything personal. Too much that I can recall. But I know a whole lot about him personally because he's revealed it. But I don't talk like that. I used to talk like that. Well, my family, blah, blah, blah. Nah, I don't do that. If you don't ask, I don't tell. So, and that's regardless of the man being hypergamous or hypogamous, which what this guy is. So you're physically on the ground. So that creates more intimacy than really is there for me. So that's to make my defenses down. So we do that, and all that chit chat, and he's gonna say, well, get comfortable and all of that kind of foolishness. So then that's supposed to create more bonding than it really is, physical bonding. So he could, do more mind talk about marriage and you and me, baby this and baby that. So if we do that and then we go to the Caribbean festival, then that's more physical touching, holding hands and stuff like that. And all of that's okay. I'm not against it. But I don't want all of that like 7 hours with you on the first damn date. I just don't want it. And I will need it to proceed slowly at my pace. Not yours, not the man's, not his, my pace. So that's why I think he wanted our first date to be an all-day affair with me and him so that he could get physically close but still be respectful, to create this false sense of intimacy and bonding that I know doesn't really exist because he knows nothing about me. And if he takes me to the picnic, he thinks he can get, more information out of me. My inhibitions will be lowered. My defenses will be lowered. And I'm thinking, this is a whole different thing. What I perceive is his intention. So him saying you have to do it my way or no way, I'm like, okay, this is not what I'm used to. I'm used to the man doing what I want to do in the way I want to do it in the beginning. And this is just the first date. This is not even like the third, the fourth, or the fifth. This is the first date. So when he said, basically go on and be with your family, I said, okay. So this is going to fizzle out in the next week or two, and that's okay with me. But I'm clear. The man I want to be involved with would have said, oh, okay, that sounds good. And most men that I date, they don't want to spend all day with me in the first place on the first date anyway. They just don't. They got shit to do. Just like I have things to do. They're not interested in staying with me all day on the first date. But this guy, Mr. Goldtooth, is, because he's trying to get what he can get as quickly as possible. I did a video on cookies and coins. And that's what he's trying to get, the cookies and the coins. And depending on if the man is hypogamous, which Mr. Goldteeth is, or hypergamous, which most of the men from the matchmaking service, It's Just Lunch, are, they probably just want cookies. They ain't interested in coins because they got that. They want the cookies. So anyway, that's my breakdown of Mr. Goldteeth. Update, I think this is update number 3. So basically, he cast me aside in terms of dating, going on a date. And I heard from him today. We talked. He said nothing about getting together. So, like I said, this is about to end in another week or two. So, in the comment section, let me know how long it will be before Mr. Gold Teeth said so long. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and if you like it, share it. If you like any of my others, please like, subscribe, share. And I have 37 subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.